When I came back from my business trip, my bedroom was gananned. My little cousin was sleeping in my bed. On the door, a sticky note said, "Your new room is the basement. Adjust." I stood there frozen, suitcase in hand, while my entire family laughed in the living room like I didn't even exist. I asked my mom what was going on, and she just said, "You were barely here anyway." If this already has you shocked, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the most unbelievable real-life revenge stories. We're just getting started. I didn't argue. I dragged my suitcase down to the damp basement with cracked walls, spider webs, and that cold smell of dust and regret. I sat there alone on a ripped mattress and realized, I was no longer their daughter. Just a backup plan. For years, I paid rent on time, helped with bills, and supported my sister's college when no one else would. But they replaced me without a second thought. What they didn't know was, the business trip wasn't what they thought it was. I wasn't just visiting a client, I was negotiating something life-changing. And now, they were going to beg me to leave that basement, but not in the way they expected. I didn't eat dinner with them that night. I stayed in the basement, listening to laughter echo through the vents. My little cousin was in my room watching my TV, wearing the pajamas I left in my closet. They didn't even bother to ask if I was okay after the 3-week trip. I guess I was just extra space to them now. But what they didn't know, that business trip was actually a founder's retreat. After 2 years of grinding inside, up at 4 a.m. to code, learning digital marketing on YouTube, packing orders in my car before my office job, I finally got investors. Not small ones, big ones. A $180,000 investment in my skincare brand. And a contract that made me majority owner of my own supply chain. I didn't tell anyone, because they never asked. That night, while they watched Netflix, I sat in the basement finalizing my warehouse lease. Next morning, I walked upstairs. My mom looked at me like she'd seen a ghost. "You still here?" I smiled. "Not for long." My sister laughed. "Did your little job fire you?" I didn't respond. I didn't have to, because in 12 hours, they'd see the giant billboard, 3 blocks from the house, with my face on it. Say next to watch how the nobody in the basement flipped their world upside down. The next morning, my dad's voice thundered through the house. "Zoe, what is this?" I walked up calmly, from the basement, holding my coffee like nothing happened. On the kitchen table was the morning paper. And right there on the front page, ***, local founder Zoe Blake launches $1 million skincare brand, from basement to empire. ***, my sister's jaw dropped. My mom stared at the photo, my photo posing in front of the giant warehouse. I had just leased the same warehouse I signed for while sitting on their torn basement mattress. "What the hell is this, Zoe?" my sister snapped. I finally spoke. This is the reason I didn't beg for my bedroom back." My mom tried to backpedal. We didn't know you were working on something this serious." I cut her off. "Exactly. You didn't care to know." Then I slid the launch party invitation across the table. VIP access. Front row all expenses paid dinner. For the media, not for family. They sat in stunned silence as I grabbed my keys and walked out. And just before I reached the door, I looked back. Oh, and I won't be sleeping in the basement tonight, because I wasn't just launching a brand. I was buying a penthouse across town. Say next to watch what happened when. They tried showing up at my event and I left them outside. They showed up in glitter and guilt. My mom in her old wedding heels. My dad wearing the watch I gave him 3 Christmases ago. My sister, dressed like an influencer, holding a fake designer clutch. Smiling like we were best friends. Too bad their names weren't on the list. I was inside, standing under a crystal chandelier, surrounded by CEOs, investors, and cameras flashing nonstop. My launch party was a spectacle. Champagne, fountains, branded walls with Zoe Blake Beauty in gold foil, and music echoing through downtown. A security guard walked up to me and said, "There's a group outside saying they're your family. Should I let them in?" I looked through the tinted glass doors. They weren't smiling anymore. "No," I said. "They can watch the live stream." A few guests overheard it. One of them gasped, "Was that your family?" I took a deep breath and smiled. No, that was my lesson. By the time the live stream hit 200K views, my story had gone viral. ***, from basement to boss. ***, family kicked her out. Now she owns the block. That night, I didn't cry in a dark basement. I toasted under chandeliers, watching them through the glass, realizing too late they gave away their diamond just because it wasn't shining yet. The next morning, I woke up in 800 thread count sheets, sunlight pouring into my penthouse, and a dozen press requests blinking on my phone, Forbes, Vogue, even a Netflix mini doc offer. But the message that stopped me was a voice note. It was my mom. Asterisk Zoe. We were wrong. We didn't know you were working so hard. You should have told us. Please come home. We miss you. Asterisk. I hit delete. Because home isn't where people let you sleep in the basement. Home is where people see your value before the world does. Later that week, I bought the house next door to theirs. Not to move in, but to turn it into a free women's startup academy. I made sure the banner was big enough for their kitchen window to see. Asterisk from basement to boardroom. Never stay where you're not seen. Asterisk, and the best part. The day they walked past the ribbon-cutting ceremony, still too ashamed to speak. My little cousin, the one they gave my room to, snuck up beside me and whispered, asterisk, Zoe, can I learn from you too? I knelt down, smiled, and said, you already are.